All right, we are live. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we're live. Let's you know the drill. Let's make sure. Um, yeah, we are officially live for two times in the same week. Can you believe it? Two times? Two times in the same week. And not only are we live, but we are also animating. Isn't that crazy? Animating in a Hoodie Studio stream? Like, that's the kind of thing that only happens once in a blue moon, but I don't know. I guess we're getting 2 blue moons this week because, you know, there's a moment in history. Um, let's just make sure we're live. Um, so a lot has happened in the last day, last 2 days. Um, yeah, a lot has happened. Uh, it's it's been kind of crazy. I mean, like when you think about it, some of the stuff that's been happening, like you really gotta take time to admire how in one day, like, well, 2 days, 2 days, I can get like 5 subscribers, right? One of my videos reached 300 views, and I get like a shout out from Levi's films, right? He like shout me out in one of his posts. You should go check him out. He is he's a great animator. I was subscribed to him, and then I just saw like I just get an alert on my phone like Levi Films mentioned you, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. What the heck? What just happened? So I go to his channel, and I'm like, oh shoot, he did mention me, literally in a post. So that was kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. But yeah, and we reached 62 subscribers in like the last couple days, which is actually crazy. Um, so you know, I appreciate you all, but today we are going to be like the title suggests, we are going to be animating this guy, this poor fellow in the sunglasses. Um, we're gonna animate him being electrocuted by these generators behind him. A little bit of subtle foreshadowing with the electric like sign behind him. And yeah, this is the first time that I'm doing like an electrocution animation. And you know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of nervous because I didn't do any practice or anything before stream. Um Also, I apologize for not starting the stream earlier. Um, there were some issues like where I do my animations, is in my basement. So, and like my basement's still like a work in progress. So, there's sometimes like there's some loud noises in the basement that I just want to avoid when I'm doing stream. So, I thought it would just be better to wait. Um, But yeah, so we're gonna be animating this guy getting electrocuted, and yeah. So without further ado, let's get this started. I was thinking actually, so like, cause this stream's gonna be relatively long. I was thinking, before we get started on the actual animation, we can um look at some examples of like electrocution in other people's stop motions just so we can get some inspiration. Uh I do know that Pello Ketchup actually has like a good couple of electrocution stop motions. Um what's up, the Lego dog? I'm glad you could tune into the stream because I saw that you missed out on the last one, which is kind of sad, but it's also kind of my fault because didn't really do any heads up for that, and I'm glad you could join. So, what we're doing, if you missed out, we're going to be animating this guy getting electrocuted. Um, Same project I've been working on, just like I just want to, you know, I'm wrapping it up and I need to electrocute this guy, okay? He needs to be fried. But before we start animating, I'm just going to look at some examples of what I want to do. And yeah, we'll just work from there. But yeah. So, I do have in my mind, I know Pello Ketchup has a good electrocuting thing, and then IB Clips also. Um, he, yeah, both of them have good electrocution scenes. Let me just search up the Pello Ketchup one first because it is a relatively old video of his, and I'm not sure if it's gonna be, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like very, as good as his more recent stuff. So let me just let me pull that up right here. Um, yeah. So I'm pretty sure if we go back in time, back to older Pello Ketchup videos, we can we can take a look at some of them. Let's see. And then after I'm done getting ideas, I'll show you the animation so far, and then we can actually get started. But yeah, let's just wait for this to load because this is taking forever. Okay, my memory might be a little foggy, but this is the one I was thinking of. Okay, let's see this. So the animation's pretty good. Let's see. I mean, that's not too far off for what we're going for. I am That's like the kind of thing I am looking for. Like, you know, I don't know if he says what frame rate. No, I have no idea what frame rate he animates in. It's probably 12 FPS, but I animate in 10, so you know, it might actually look better. Like you can actually probably might see what's going on in mine better. Um, but yeah, this kind of thing where I'm gonna alternate between skeleton versions of him and have like these electrical elements. Except for the one thing I'm gonna be doing differently is I'm gonna use some LEDs to make it look like like lightning is actually, or like you know make it look brighter, make it look more, I don't know, make like the electricity stand out, if you know what I mean. Um, and the other one, I know IB Clips has a pretty good one, has a pretty good electrocution scene, and I think this is actually his most recent video where he shows like from one of his like a blooper from one of his old videos. And the electrocution I think actually happens from a generator. So this might actually be better for comparison. Um, but yeah, let's see. Also, if you're not already subscribed to these guys, they're really good. So I'd advise show them some love. All right, show IB Clips, show Pello Ketchup some love. But yeah. So let's take a look at this electrocution. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, this is what we're going for. This is the kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, let's slow this down. Um yeah, this kind of thing, like exactly what I'm going for, okay? Switching in and out with the skeletons and stuff, and it's just like, you know, so he jumps, springs back, he kicks him, and you can tell he also uses like a flashlight or something to make the electricity stand out. We're going to be using LEDs like I said, but that's the kind of thing that we're going for. Um, and then we're also gonna have, like, a lot of camera movement. Yeah, yeah, it might just be better to just go for it because usually I'm nervous when it comes to these animations, but they always end up turning out well if I just, like, you know, if I just commit and if I actually put my mind to it. So, I don't know. I guess let's just get it started. Um, I did say though I was gonna show you the animation so far. So here it is. Um, Nothing you haven't seen before except for the very end, which is what I animated last stream, which is that end part where he like falls. Uh Camera movement there was very nice. Just transitioning into this next shot, we're gonna have the camera following him like as he gets up so that you know, we could just get some cool shots of him getting up before he gets electrocuted. So that's gonna be the goal of today's stream. But yeah, maybe we'll even have time to animate another shot. But I don't know. I don't feel like there's anything else I need to do before I start animate. That looks pretty good. Thank you so much. Yeah, I am pretty proud of this animation, and it should be out. Like it should be out soon. So it might be smart for me. Yo, what's up, Owen Productions? I didn't know you. Yo, that's crazy. I'm actually subscribed to you. Um, well, welcome to the stream. Uh, yeah, this is what we're gonna be animating. In case you missed it, we're gonna be animating the next shot after this animation. Uh, yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing, and we're gonna be animating this guy getting electrocuted. Yeah, I literally just saw your channel for the first time with that strings attached video. It was amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, I am. That's probably the video I'm most proud of that's on my channel right now, and it is, like the fact that I made that in a week. Like it really like proves that I can probably like it proves that I'm capable of making stop motions in a short period of time, and I'm really excited to see what can happen. How do you do the string shots where it held the character up? Um, so I actually used twine from a fishing rod. I had this old like Ninja Turtles fishing rod from when I was a kid, and I used twine from that, and I sticky tacked it to the minifigure. But I didn't let the twine do any of the work in holding the character up. I just had like a big glob of sticky tack underneath the minifigure, um, which you could probably see because the masking isn't that great in the video. But yeah. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Um, I yeah, I really like that idea. I like that I like came up with the idea to use the twine. It is like that kind of thing. Like, I usually don't try to use non-Lego elements other than sticky tack in my animations, but you know, that kind of thing, like twine was like the closest I could get to making it appear as if he was being controlled like a puppet. And obviously it worked because everyone who watched the video could tell that he was a puppet getting controlled by like kind of like a marionette, if you know what that is. Um, but yeah, I bet that was a pain to animate though. Yes, it was. Yeah. Um, yeah, it was kind of a pain. Like I got used to it after a while. Like I'll show you I'll show you I'll go back to it just so I can, like, point out some stuff, but basically, like, let me open up another tab and watch that real quick. Yes, please do. That is a great video. I would hate for anyone to miss out on that one. This is the non-edited version, by the way, of my strings attached video, and you can see the sticky tack is doing like all of the work. Um, but yeah, it was a pain to animate, especially because like you can see all the tack on the arms because I was like I was like getting so frustrated because the twine would just not stay and would not stick to the sticky tack. So it was just like, dude, it was whew, yeah, glad it's over, but you know, definitely worth it. So, especially like these last couple shots at the very end, like these ones were relatively easy because I like right underneath like the desk and the character are just like a bunch of bricks holding it up. So I didn't really need to use any sticky tack outside of the one used for connecting the twine. But yeah, it was quite a process. And this was all filled up bleh, sorry. Sorry, hold on. Um and this was all filmed on a phone. Yes, it was. I use the Stop Motion Studio and the I use Stop Motion Studio Pro and the remote camera app for my phone. Um it's just like the remote camera app is actually a lifesaver because like you can edit all of these things like focus, zooming in, shutter speed, like everything. And it's like the perfect way to get your lighting and everything the way you want it so that you know so that you don't have to mess with the camera like especially while you're like if you want to change the settings while you're in the middle of animating a shot. um it looks really good. If so, thank you so much. That's what I used to do before I got my camera. Yeah, I'm only going to I've been thinking of switching to a normal camera, but the phone has been working well for me also, like, especially because I've been working with only 2 lights for a while now, but, I just recently got a 3rd light for my birthday, and, like, I'm moving into a more professional setup, but, like, if it ain't broke, like, don't fix it, so, like, I have been using the phone and just sticking with it until I, like, absolutely think that I need to change. But yeah. Um, alright, I just finished it, looks pretty good, nice. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, it's a pretty good video. I mean, I'm trying to be humble, but, like, that video is just, like, I'm really proud of that one. Um, yeah, I mainly switched because my phone was flickering like crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of I do commonly get issues of that, like, for example, the strings attached video, some people pointed out the flicker, and, that's a big part of it, but, like, you know, it's people like you actually who, like, I watched your, lighting video, and, you know, like, I'm actually gonna use that once I transition into using three-point lighting, but, yeah, phone does flicker sometimes. It's just like what you said in that video, like it's just the settings that really matter. Um and it's just like if you know how to use it. I recently figured out that SMS doesn't like normal phones. Yeah, newer phones, sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's not a pro, like it's not like a professional stop motion app in any sense, but it gets the job done for the kind of stuff that most brick filmers are trying to accomplish. So, yeah. All right. Well, it's nice to know that there are people in this stream. Last couple streams we haven't had that much, but now there's even more even more pressure to start with the animation. So I guess without further ado, let's do it. I still use the app with my camera though. It's a great overall app. Yeah, I agree. It is really good. Like, even though it's not necessarily professional, like for a free app, like if you're not getting the pro version, um, it is very good and very quality. And like it is overlooked because it's the kind of app that it's like the cheap alternative to Dragon Frame, but it's not cheap at all in its own sense. So that's probably the main reason why I've stuck with it because again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I came here from your Mr. Beast shout out. Oh my god. You saw that? That's crazy. Um have you ever made a Technic build with motors and stuff? So I did have the old like yellow and blue Lego train set, Lego City train set. Um and I really like the motor with that, like how it uses like the controller. The Technic build, like when it comes to Technic, I'm not really like a big Technic fan, but I have built with Technic before, just like, no mocks or anything. I'm just like I've really transitioned out of mocks because most of my life, like I've had to share Legos with my sister, and usually when I end up making mocks, she apparently needs the pieces for her builds and stuff. So I'd like just transitioned away from doing that, and it's gotten to a point where like at this point I'm just so busy with other stuff where like I don't really find enough time to do anything but animate and like school stuff. JK, it was Levi Films who shouted you out. Yeah, like I said earlier in the video, I'm extremely grateful for Levi who to like shout me out. Like that was no background by me. Like I don't even know him personally at all. He just like stumbled upon one of my videos and just like shouted me out. So I'm really appreciative of that. Yeah, I really don't see how Dragon Frame could do anything differently than Stop Motion Studio. Yeah, I agree. Except for just like more like it just looks more confusing to me, which is why I've been like another reason why I've been stalling to get it and just like sticking with Stop Motion Studio. But it's going to get to a point where there's going to be a feature on Stop Motion Studio that I'm just going to get annoyed with, and I'm going to make the transition. But motors are just called Technic most of the time. Yeah, yeah, I guess. It does have a lot of technic connections on them, and I do really like some of the creations people make with Technic online. Like there's this like one kid online who makes like these Technic like motors, like not just like the motors that Lego gives, but like actual motors for cars, and it's like actually insane, like out of Technic bricks. And like he can make like a whole like driving simulator and stuff with it, which is actually insane. Like, I can't like I don't know. I can't even imagine doing that stuff. Um, all right. So, without further ado, I guess we should just start with the animation. I've been running my mouth for a while because I don't usually get this much people in a stream, and it seems as if the Levi shout out has really helped. So, again, I'm really grateful for that, and I don't know, it's distracting. It's distracting, definitely. Like compared to the last stream, which was just 2 days ago and had like no people in it. And then like not even 30 minutes in, we got crazy amount of people coming in and commenting, which is great. Um, but yeah, now it looks like the chat's kind of died down. So let's get started with the animation. I've been doing more Mindstorm next stuff recently. What is that? Is that like the app that they have where you can like control. Cause I like have no experience with that. Like motors, like I don't know. I don't use them too much outside of, the train set that I have. Um, kinda. Yeah. Um, that app is it's pretty cool. Like I do the Mindstorm. Hold up. Sorry, I'm like stumbling over my words. Let's see. Mindstorm. Mindstorm. Yeah, Lego Mindstorms. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I low key forgot about that theme of Lego stuff. Make sure you put an NXT. Oh, okay. Mindstorm NXT. Oh, shoot, it's a different thing. Uh, oh, shoot, that's crazy. It's also pretty expensive, so you know, Lego is just an expensive hobby on its own, but you add that motor element and they can really charge you plenty for that kind of thing. But yeah, all right. The lighting's looking pretty good, which is usually the sign to start animating. So, let's do it. Gotta let's put on some let's use a spray bottle. Dude, if you're ever planning on making a rainy scene, please, 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 please put a towel underneath your set because if you don't, like the water like spreads like quicker than you would expect. Like if you I don't know, like you would think that just using a spray bottle just like doesn't emit that much water, but putting a towel underneath your set like really makes a difference, especially if you have like lights and stuff next to the your animation. I have the screen next mine's and sorry, not next. NXT Mindstorm. I already had the stuff. I didn't get new stuff because of how expensive it is. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, there's no point of buying retired motor sets if Legos just already has some selling on their site. But yeah, that's a good point. Motors can get expensive. Like for example, like the hub, like the where you plug in the motors on their site is like $50 and it's like sold out half of the time. I always wanted to experiment with spraying water on my set for a rainy scene. Yeah, it's fun. It definitely does the job, as you could see from when I played back the stuff. But yeah, it's just another thing you have to worry about, another thing you have to remember and get used to. Um, but it looks great, especially when you're going for a look that like shows the viewers that you're doing like all practical effects. Like it always turns out pretty well. So you just put a towel under the set or around it. It is underneath the set. It's not necessarily around it. Like I just grab like a hand towel and like fold it over once and it usually does the job pretty well. And you could just keep it there um until like you're done animating for the day. But yeah, I use that especially because my table that I'm working on is like a really high quality table and the paint can get like damaged if there's like water that leaks onto it. Um how does that work with keeping the set secure? So it doesn't but as you could see in this animation, I do have a lot of camera movement. So it's hard to animate like scenes in the rain where the characters are staying still, but like literally every shot of this except for like the early ones where I didn't put the towel underneath it, um like literally every other scene has like camera movement. So just in case I bump the set, I could just move the camera and like people will just assume that it's camera movement and that and won't even notice if I bump the set in the first place. My next question is, do you have your phone on the set? If so, that makes sense. Yes, so most of the time I do have my phone on the set. Like um right now I do have the phone on it. And also I work like on an on a relatively elevated set, so keeps up the keeps up the phone pretty well and I'm like able to you know, build around the set so that my phone can get propped up on it. And, you know, I don't know how that has to do with the question you just asked. I kind of just trailed off, but I also have the 9-volt motor that I made it motorized car base. Also, that looks really good. Thank you so much. I also, so that's cool. You're making a motorized. Yeah, that's really cool. I've actually always really wanted to do that when I was a kid. Like I really wanted to make a like a motorized car like that I can control from like a remote or something. And that's actually really cool. It so yeah, just let me know how that goes. But yeah, I'm just like thinking back like when I used to watch like Lego Masters, right? When they had that they had like several episodes where they included like motorized cars kind of thing, and I always thought that was pretty cool. My camera's clunky, so bleh. My camera is so clunky that I have to keep it on a tripod. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point because that would probably make it even harder if you want to move this if you accidentally bump the set while doing like a rainy scene. So, yeah. That is yeah, that's tough. But I guess everything just lined up for me since I still animate on phone and that I can like get it really close up without having issues like with it. Like I'm guessing I think I remember from your some of your videos that you use like a DCLR camera or I forget what the acronym is, but it's something like that. Um but yeah, those are really weirdly shaped and definitely not specifically built for stop motion. So, they you might have some troubles with rainy scenes. So, I would think of just like instead of putting it on a towel, animate it like maybe on a piece of like cardboard or something. That's what I can think of so that you can tack the base down to the cardboard and the cardboard down to your table. That's like the only kind of thing I can think of. I'm gonna go make a YouTube short real quick with it. Cool. All right, then I'll make sure check that out later. Um, yeah, I've always wanted to figure out a way to get my camera on the set, but it's like really high up, so I'll have to raise the set a few bricks to make it work. I mean, yeah, then you could probably take all my tips then, and just figure out a way so that when you animate, you can still put it on a towel, right? But just as long as you're making camera movements. Raise yeah. That's also probably one of the reasons probably one of the good reasons why I don't use, like, DCLRs for, stop motion because just, stuff like the webcam and, the phone are just so good for, getting those small, tiny shots, and I see, a lot of the behind the scenes stop animations that I watch where, they show, the process of making, a really good animation. They always complain about the DCLR being too big and, they always have to make like creative approaches to get like shots that show like really tiny stuff because Lego is a tiny like material. DSLR. Yeah. Um I took a photography class last year and that's all I know it from. So thank you for correcting me. All right. All right, I finished. I'll be chatting again. That's great. Um but I should probably get started animating. So let's um let's get it. First frame of the day. Oh. Sorry if I stumble over my words while I'm responding to the chats. It's just like, I haven't been streaming for a while, so it's kind of it's a new thing, especially because of the exposure that I've been getting recently, you know? It all came out of nowhere. Some people just like coming in and just want to ask me all these questions. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with it, but it's just a new thing for me. I think I'm gonna head out now. Have fun animating. God bless. Thank you so much for joining. It was really nice chatting with you. I'm glad that you could join, and I love your videos. Just keep it up, man. Hopefully, I was helpful for some of the rainy tips, but you know, yeah. So yeah, God bless. I'm gonna let my car speak for a second. You do that. You go and do that. All right. So now the chat I think has died down. We can actually animate. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it, man. I do think this is a little too bright. Um, Coming from one of the cameras. A good thing about having two lights is like instead of the regular normal 3-point lighting is exactly which camera is wrong. Yeah, I might have to make a test with that spray bottle trick. Yo, let me know. Like, please let me know how that works out. Yeah, it'll be nice knowing that I contributed with this thing because you don't really see a lot of rainy stop motions out there, and there's not a lot of people who can give you tips for it. Um, but yeah, please do, and please let me know when you do it. All right, I'm gonna actually leave now. Yes. I mean, not that I want you to leave, just like I know it's so hard to leave my you know, my great like blessing presence. So I get it. It's fine. Whew, all right. That was a lot of talking. And also one more thing, if you're still here, um this stream is going to be going on for a good amount of time, so just in case you can pop back, just like, don't forget to check in just in case. And also this video will be out probably this week. So that's the last thing. That's the last thing, I promise. If you're still here. Just like that's the last thing. All right? That's it. I'm done. I'm done. All right. Yo, I should really get like another person on the stream so that someone could so that I could animate and someone could answer questions. Like I know Brixflix does that. I've been watching some of his streams lately. Um and I know he does that, but yeah. It's also I think the electric tile is from the Daily Bugle. Yeah, I do have the Daily Bugle set, but I did buy this specific electrical piece. Like it is on the Daily Bugle, but I bought this specific one from Bricklink just because it's so fun to just go onto Bricklink and just buy all these printed tiles to use in like set building or mocks and stuff. Um, but yeah, it's fun. And it's also comes into great use for foreshadowing when somebody's getting about to get electrocuted. So it's a win-win. I also have the Daily Bugle. Dude, Hot take? Well, maybe not a hot take, but that's the best Lego set of all time. Um, it's just like every form of peak you can imagine in one set. Um, yeah, I haven't even used that set in any animations, which is very surprising. So I should probably do that. I also got an LED light kit for the Daily Bugle from Light My Bricks, and it is, dude, it elevates it to a whole nother level. Another reason why I should probably be using it for animation. Not a hot take, it's a fact. Yes, bro. Yes. I haven't actually used Bricklink. Yeah, I didn't want to use Bricklink at first because like I knew a lot of people like advertised it. I mean like it could be like you could be just like not using it because you don't really need any parts, but I want needed parts for something and I didn't want to use Bricklink at first because it just like the way the app is organized like definitely takes some getting used to. And but, you know, it's really great. You can, like, save a lot of money, using Bricklink. So, just if you take the time to learn it, like, it's key. I like making scenes with minifigs and mechs. Yeah, yeah, minifigs, I mean, like, minifigs, like, are really good, but if you're making mocks and stuff, mechs and like big brick built figures are going to stand out more. And even though minifigs are great, like they're going to be less original than if you make your own custom mech or character out of bricks. But don't get me wrong, minifigs are like the goats in animation, and they're just so fun to animate with. Man, I must have picked the perfect day to live stream. Like I was planning on live streaming today, like, before I saw, like, the shout out from Levi, but, you know, it just I don't know, it just all worked out, and, we got Owen Productions to join the stream, which was kinda crazy because, watch some of his videos, he's pretty talented. You should go check him out after you're done watching the stream, of course. Dude, I really gotta start animating. Yeah, this is not, yeah, I gotta start animating. You can't have best of both worlds, you know? Like you gotta choose. Do you wanna answer every chat or do you wanna actually animate and do what do what you said you were gonna do in the thumbnail? Or not the thumbnail, the title. Oh shoot. Wait, does that work? I have a feeling that that doesn't really work. I'm talking about the lighting, of course, because if you've seen any other previous Hoodie Studios streams, you'd know that you know, I can never make up my mind for lighting, and it's a pain, especially when you're only using two lights. Like I said earlier, like 3-point lighting is pretty much like one of the basics for stop motion, and I don't really use it, and I probably should more. Does this need to be brighter? It needs to be brighter. Dang it, bro. I need you to be addicted to me. I should do a stop motion of a minifig building a set. Those usually do well. I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't know, like, pretty much every stop motion, like, brick filmer that I'm subscribed to has done a video at one point of a minifigure building a set or just, like, of a set building process, and it's good content, like, it is pretty satisfying to watch. Oh, I'm the only one right now. I'm gonna be on when it all burns down. More than power, more than gold. Yeah, I gave you my heart, now you're here for your soul. I'm the only one who loved your sins. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. I have not watched that movie, but I should. Alright, I won't be chatting much for a bit since I'm doing the stop motion. Yeah, like I said before, chatting and stop motion don't really mix very well, especially when you're making a live stream. So it's probably for the best if like, it's probably for the best so I can lock in. I'm sure that's exactly why you did it. To make to allow me to animate. I could be your sanctuary. Have y'all seen K-pop Demon Hunters? Because I need to watch that movie, but I've never gotten around to it. It is kind of late though. Partially, yes. Yeah. Um, I feel like the same exact. I feel the same exact way. Partially. Oh, nope. I haven't. Okay, that was partially yes. Was probably from a different thing I said, but nope. I haven't. Yeah, I have probably watched like half the movie though, just from like clips of it online, which is funny. I'm just gonna settle with that lighting because it's gonna get to a point where um if I keep trying to edit it, I'm gonna never be satisfied. No, I'm the only one right now. I'm gonna love you when it all burns down. More than power, more than gold. Holy majestic singing. Dude, okay, this lighting is actually making me mad. I don't wanna. Oh. Beneath your skin. Oh shoot, that's it. We got it. Let's go. We got the lighting. All right. All right, let's do this. I have these LED lights that cover my entire room that I'm using for lighting. Oh, do you mean like the string lights like that people have like at the top? Like a lot of people have those kind of lights like at the top of their bedrooms, and I mean, those LEDs would work, but like the kind of stuff that that I'm using are like the tiny ones that they make for Lego sets, like to put into Lego sets. Let me show you. Before stream, I like put them in these little things. If you Oh wait, shoot, you can't see. Um you can't see that. But basically, I put like small LEDs that fit into like Lego studs. I put them into the like some of the elements for my and that I need for like the electrocuting scene, and basically you'll see what happens, but they're gonna make the little elements glow. So like the kind of stuff that you have in your bedroom is probably a little too big. but it depends on what you're going for. Like if you're making a big glowing billboard in, for example, in an animation, those would probably work out pretty well. Maybe even better than some of the LEDs that I'm gonna use for this animation. What's up, Tushio? I saw your brawl entry. Wow, there's a lot of people joining today who have not joined a Hoodie Studio stream. Um, yeah, what's up? I'm gonna guess that you came here from the Levi shout out, which is a lot of people have joined from. But yeah, what's up? I just like to clear my name. Levi, like, he's the goat for doing that. But like I didn't even know him like personally at all. I haven't even like DM'd him at all. And he's just like he just finds one of my videos and just like, gives me a shout out, which is very nice. And I'm forever grateful for him. And I forever will be grateful. I have something similar from Dollar Tree. Yeah, that would probably work. Surprisingly, I walked across your channel today. I did see the Levi post though. Hey, I mean, whatever gets you to the channel, like, yeah, I'm glad you saw the Levi post because you would have had no idea what I was talking about. But that might be even better that you just stumbled upon the channel because that means it's growing. Um, yeah, thanks. Thanks for tuning in to the stream. Um, but yeah. Uh, oh shoot. Here's the animation so far. By the way, if you were wondering, because I won't make you go back and rewatch it at the beginning of the stream. One of these shots, I think I'm gonna reanimate. But other than that, that's what it is. That's that's how it's going. Although they're blue, my most recent video got a bunch of views somehow. Hey, I mean, you know, blue LEDs would work depending on the kind of thing you're animating. Like if you want to make like glowing water or something like that. Um, and for the video that got a bunch of views, congratulations. Hopefully that kind of thing happens to me sometime soon because this video is pretty hype and I'm excited. Killer dude, your walk cycle is smooth. Thanks. Thanks so much. Yeah, definitely lots of inspiration from Edbound, but kind of adding an additional frame so that it's slower cuz Edbound's walk cycle is relatively high paced and a little too high paced for the kind of mood I'm going for. Which is why I add like after the crisscross frame, right? I add like this one where he's like just barely hovering over. Oh shoot. Did I even use that? I don't know. Oh yeah. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but yeah, definitely highly oh my god, inspired by Edbound's walk cycle. But thanks for all the compliments, guys. It's really been great today. Um Maybe it's because I made a thumbnail. It's my most viewed, and I'm still growing after 2 days. Thumbnails definitely help, bro. Like some of my best videos have like the best thumbnails. W stream, also W stop motion. I do like the rainy scene. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm excited to get this video out. Both this stream and the actual video I'm working on. Even though you guys have seen most of it, hopefully you'll want to watch it when it comes out because it'll have the added bonus of like the balanced lighting and editing and whatnot. All that algorithm stuff. And a thumbnail, which by your logic, the Lego dog that should make the video blow up. All right. Let's get this guy electrocuted already. Like, I've given him a whole hour of him for him to just ponder the meaning of life before he gets electrocuted. All right, now I'm seriously starting to do stop motion. Yeah, yeah, I'm in the same boat, bro. Like, I've been saying for an entire hour that I'm gonna start on the stop motion, and I haven't done it yet. So yeah, go for it. You're making me want to animate a rainy fight scene. Looks so cool. Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, earlier in the stream, Owen Productions came in and asked a bunch of questions on how I did the rain. Um, it is literally just like a spray bottle. But the rainy fight scene, like, it is a big jump from some of the videos that I did before this. Um, but it's a lot of fun to animate, and even though it's a lot to worry about for each frame, like, it's so much fun to animate, and it just makes like everything feel so much more immersive, even in the scenes when like the characters are just standing still, right? Like, the rain is still moving around them, and it makes it look like makes the animation look even more alive than if the rain wasn't there. But yeah, just glad to see that I'm inspiring people to go out and make them, because there definitely aren't enough rainy stop motions out there, and I just think they're so cool. All right, come on, Hoodie Studios, lock in. Whew. All right. He is going to. I think he's gonna. Play another verse. I could be a sanctuary. Have you watched K-pop Demon Hunters, Tuchio? Because if so, then you better like you better you better hype me up and tell me how much I need to watch it, because that is one of the movies that I've just like not watched, and I need to. I need to watch it for the animation. My sister watched it before me, and she isn't even into like animation at all. She just wanted to see it because of like all of the promotion and stuff it's been getting online. Um, but yeah, it's definitely on the movie bucket list. All right, he is okay. Okay, buddy, let's calm down. Maybe turn the head a little bit. Yo, you guys ever like when you're animating, like you guys ever you know, what am I trying to say? The heads, right? It is so annoying when the heads just like refuse to move. Um like, I had a lot of problems at the beginning of animating this stop motion, because it just like it made it so slippery. Like, the heads the heads kept like I couldn't turn them at all, because like the rain was making my fingers wet, and I just couldn't turn the heads. It was like actually painful, because I had to like press down so hard on the minifigures' heads just to turn them. I watched it and I don't understand the hype. I think it's because it seems kind of girly for me, but the animation is good. Yeah, Sony is so peak. Like, recently, it's just like they're going all in on like the Spider-Verse style, and I don't blame them, because every time they make a movie, it's a hit. Um, but yeah, seems kind of girly. That makes sense. I mean, like, you know, I don't feel like I'm necessarily the target audience. Like, I don't I don't you know for starters, not much of a K-pop fan, if you couldn't tell. Um, but yeah, I just want to see it for the animation, and I heard the story, like the soundtrack sounds like pretty good, but again, it's not exactly in my audience. It's just like I'm not exactly the target audience for it. But I can see why people think it's catchy, and I can definitely see why people like the animation. So that's probably the main reason why I'm gonna watch it. All right, all right. Uh, camera movement. I think that transitions pretty well, right? All right. Um, and never forget, like it's pretty much instinct for me at this point. Like 140 frames later into the stop motion, but never ever ever forget to spray down the set if you're making a rainy scene. Like I'm talking once every frame. I don't care what frame rate you're on. Like it looks good in my animation because I'm on 10 FPS, so you can clearly see the range changing at like a good pace. But like I would definitely suggest it doesn't even matter if you're animating on twos or not. Just like every scene, every frame, you gotta spray the set down because that's the only way you're gonna get the best results. Speaking of Spider Verse, have you seen the new minifigure series coming out? Dude. Okay, let's talk about that series. There will be a video with that series, 100%, 100%. And what better way? Like it'll be here's my prediction. As soon as the series comes out, it's going to be a race in the brick film community to be the first one to animate with those minifigures. Like I'm saying like Paperbag's going to do it. Pello Ketchup's going to do it. Edbound's going to do it. Everyone's going to do it. Yeah. I need the Spider-Punk figure, bro. Yeah, dude, it's so good. It's so good. Like, and it's like the best excuse also for me to like experiment with like combining what's it called? Combining 2D animation with stop motion because that's what Spider-Verse does half the time. And just like experimenting in that style. And dude, it's going to be so hype when it comes out. Like I'm telling you, it's gonna be a race to who can animate those figures first. And I'm probably pre-ordering a 6 pack of them before it comes out. Um yeah, the Spider-Punk figure and I was gonna say the Spider-Man India figure just because of the Spider Cat. Like the Spider Cat that comes with it, dude. If I get my hands on that, I'm gonna be the happiest man alive. I'm gonna get the entire series the day it comes out with a duplicate of 2099. Yeah, definitely. Um, call me what you want, but um, I have been using the minifig scanner apps, and I definitely will be using that for this series because I'm gonna need every single one of those figures. I know it's gonna get scalped. Yeah, definitely, bro. Like, just think about when the Marvel minifigure series came out. Just like multiply that by two, and like add a little bit of add a little bit more of like chaos, and it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be like Pokemon cards all over again. I've been using those too. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I hate to say it because there's some people out there who really want specific minifigures, and there's people out there scanning. But what are those little kids gonna do with those minifigures, huh? Are they gonna make premium animations for the brick film community? I think not. So as long as I keep that in my head and just like block out any internal guilt, like it's gonna be fine. We can just we can all use the app. All right, we got 2 frames, guys, after 1 hour of being in the stream. Isn't that so cool? We might actually not get to the electrocution part today. I'm gonna be honest because it's been going a little slow. it's been going a little slow. The animation, just because of how many people have joined. Like, it's not even that many people, but just for me, the amount of people joining the stream has been kind of crazy. So, I'd rather connect with my audience than, you know, than be in silence animating for the entire stream. So yeah. But yeah, that Spider-Verse series. Oh my god. I know my local Target is going to be out of those like right away. Which is why the pre-ordering option is probably best. All right. Let's can this guy just like get electrocuted already? I don't want him to move back though. But now that's how I'm getting paid. Maybe I am the target audience for that movie. Holy. As you might have noticed already, I do not use onion skin while animating. I have not used onion skin once in the making of this fight scene, just because it's so distracting. Like, I don't understand how people use onion skin and how like it helps them animate, because I don't know. It's just like it's distracting for me and I don't like it. Stop motion studio is laggy, bro, especially on stream. I'm going to the Lego store September 1st, the second it opens. You know what? I shouldn't even be laughing at that, because that's probably what I'm doing also. Yo, dude, this guy's head's gotta move. Move your head, bro. I've become a master at, you know, it's gonna be so weird after this animation to animate a non-rainy scene. Because I started this animation at like the beginning of summer, and I've been just like on and off like animating it. And it's gotten to a point where I've been so locked in on this animation, it's gonna be so weird. It's gonna be so weird once I actually transition into a regular animation. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. I'm done hiding. I'm done hiding now. I'm shining like a Barbie. Holy voice crack. Do y'all have are y'all in school yet? I feel like most people are in school now, which is weird to me. He's only gonna get up a little bit. Because most of the shot is going to be focused towards him getting electrocuted. Do not forget the spray. Bro, I've been trying to make a SpongeBob animation, and it's around 50 seconds, but there's a lot of light flicker, so I probably won't post it. I would say trust the process. Because there's been a lot of times where I've been trying to animate this, and it's just like, I've been considering whether or not I need to want to finish it, and it's gotten to a point where I'm like, I got this far, so why not? Like, 50 seconds is actually crazy. like you got to post it at that point. I'm sorry, but you got to, bro. Like, and I've been seeing some of the stuff that you've posted some stuff about it, I'm pretty sure, on your like community posts. And I don't even think it looks bad. Like some of the I'm not sure if you shared any animation of it yet, but some of like the pictures from like behind the scenes, dude, I'm sure it would receive a lot of positive feedback. I'm not. I got like a week. Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too. Um I'm s- I am, so it's harder to animate cuz I'm busy now. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's all the more reason though to post it, because when else are you going to have, like, if you don't post it, how long is it going to take until you actually make something that you want to post? So if you post it, it will at least give you leeway until, like, give you enough time to keep up with the continuous, you know, I don't know, continuous like spread of content. So it's gonna be like, I'm gonna start to get busy very quick, also because of school and sports and whatnot. But it is, yeah, it's probably best to do it, to post it. Um, like, this video has plenty of light flicker. Oh shoot, I forgot the spray bottle. Wow, what a hypocrite! What a hypocrite of myself. What a hypocrite am I? All right. Yo. All right. I gotta give props to this guy. This guy I'm animating. He um he got up pretty quickly after that absolute tumble. Hey, thanks, man. I'll keep working on it. I'm trying to make a scene where Patrick is flying in the air with his super suit, the bleh, superhero suit on. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're gonna do that, um, I just want you to like expect something. Like, I'm guessing that's gonna take some masking afterwards. So if you've been having light flicker issues, I would suggest searching up like ways to think ways to like not what am I doing? What am I saying? Ways to solve that issue, because when you come to masking, it'll end up looking like the you'll see the spots where Patrick is hold getting held up because of the light flicker. Like, I'll show some hmm, I don't know if I could show some examples, but it's like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Because like you'll see like an erased bit with different lighting in the areas where you're masking it. So that's probably a good excuse to look into that light flicker. You know what I mean? Thank you. Yeah, I didn't even know how to explain that. So I'm glad you understand where I'm coming from. But yeah. Again, sorry if I'm stuttering over my words. I'm not usually responding to chat this fast because I don't usually have that many people in chat, but yeah, I'm glad you know what I mean, and I'm glad I'm actually making sense to some of you guys. All right. Oh shoot. His hands need to go back a little bit. Just a little bit. That works. So in this SpongeBob stop motion, are you gonna be editing after to make it look like underwater or not? Because I don't know. I think that would be cool if you could like find a way to do that. Like find a way to like I don't know, make it a little bit more. I don't know, because I don't think the show does that, so it might be hard to like get some concepts, but like kind of editing where it looks like they're underwater and looks like there's like waves moving around like above, like on the surface of the water. I could maybe put a filter on it. Yeah, like that kind of thing would probably be cool. Yeah. Um and actually if you put a filter on it, it might actually distract people from any light flicker issues. So, cuz kill two birds with one stone. All right. Let's going up one more. Shoot. Also, let me know if you can hear any background noise. Like, I don't know if my mic is picking it up, but there's some background noise happening in the spot where I'm streaming right now. So just let me know if it's like distracting or anything. So he's gonna get up, he's gonna pause for a second, and then he's gonna get electrocuted. Again, don't know how much of this we're gonna get done on stream. Hopefully we'll get to the electrocution part because then this would literally be clickbait. I'll probably end up deleting one of those frames just to make it look like he's getting up quicker. Because that's usually one of the issues I have with some of my stop motions. Like, I end up taking too many frames and going back and having to delete a good amount of them. Like, I deleted plenty of frames in the process of this just to make it look like look more like a high-paced fight scene. Oh, I'm done hiding. I gotta stop. I gotta get this song out of my head, bro. Like, all right. We maybe take one frame of him just sitting there with the rain in the background. Do you remember the rain? Holy vocals, bro. All right. I just got to 100 frames of just getting the box of 100. What FPS are you on, bro? Also, try not to get copyrighted. I don't think the vocals are that good. I don't think they're gonna copyright strike me, because I don't know. I don't think the YouTube AI will be fooled by my singing into thinking that it's the actual song. But that's kind of a win-win scenario. Because if I get copyright strike, that just means they're complimenting my singing. Okay. All right. He's gonna get electrocuted, guys. Can you believe it? He's gonna actually get electrocuted now. So what we're gonna be using is these LEDs attached to some like trans blue pieces. Let me turn them on real quick so that I can actually show you guys what I mean with the LEDs, because yeah. Again, let me know if you can hear that like background noise, like distracting background noise. Is that different? Yeah, that's fine though. That's fine, to be honest. Oh shoot. Okay, that might be a problem. Um so okay. I need help, guys. I need help. Um should I stick with this kind of thing, right? Oh shoot. That actually looks kind of good on camera. You can barely hear it. Okay, good. I do have the what's it called? The gain on my microphone. It is down. So it should be it shouldn't be a problem. I just want to make sure. So I'm not sure if that's going to work very well cuz it's a white small LED underneath this a trans blue piece. But it looks so bright and it looks so white also. So, like, do you think I do that or I just stick with regular trans blue pieces, which would probably be easier to animate, and just do in editing, just like add a glowing effect? Or another option, or I'd use regular trans blue pieces and then I shine a flashlight on it, kind of like what I what we saw in the IB clips video before. Let me pull it up. It's right here. Yeah, in this video where this guy gets electrocuted, right? Um, he uses a flashlight, right? It's slowed down, but he uses a flashlight to electrocute the guy, and I'm kind of thinking that would be better than using the LEDs because it's just so bright. We have more people joining right now, but do you think this looks better than like I just think this is way too bright. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with no LEDs because it's just gonna be easier to animate and it's just gonna like make the process so much easier, except for in editing when I have to add all the glowing effects. But yeah, you know what? Let's just go with that because those LEDs are so bright, bro. And like they work for this kind of thing, like when I use them for like this gunshot, but like anything else, it's just like way too bright. And I really want to amplify the blue color when he's getting electrocuted. So yeah, it's probably better. Now the only thing I have left to do is figure out how I'm going to electrocute this guy. Because when people are getting electrocuted, they have very drastic, crazy movements that show them getting electrocuted. Um, yeah. Not sure what frame rate IB animates in. Oh shoot, I closed the tab. Dang it, bro. Uh, I have to pull up an entirely new tab. Yeah, I'm not sure what he does. He like if I had to guess, IB probably animates on like 12 FPS, but um, could be wrong because FPS in stop motion can really fool like the you know you know what I mean. It can be, or you could change your hair to black or something to make it look electrocuted. Hmm, that's a good point. So right now, yeah, he has brown hair. Um, so he'd be getting like fried. Um, huh? Maybe. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But the uh, the animation, like, yeah. So he has the guy getting electrocuted when he's like standing up. So it's like much different. my my guy is probably gonna look more like he's like having a stroke on the ground and getting electrocuted at the same time. So, which is what I'm going for, but it's gonna be very awkward to animate. All right. Um, I will be right back. Please do not leave. I swear I'll be right back. Will you use the skeleton body? Yes, I will. I haven't yet found the skeleton piece I'm gonna use, but I will when I get back. Please do not leave. I will be right back. I swear. Okay, we are back. Good to see that everyone's still here. um, yeah, we are back. And ready to animate. Let's So I got this flashlight, which is very bright and will not be using. But so I guess we're just gonna include the the backup plan. We're gonna do the trans blue elements and just have them get electrocuted. No extra lighting or anything. We're gonna have camera movement, of course. 190 frames in, and I just started building. Wow. Okay. Jeez, that's crazy, dude. You're already further into your animation than I am, and it's been like what, less than a half an hour for you, and my animation is like what has taken like pretty much half the summer. I had to do a running scene which was like 50 frames. Yeah, running scenes are hard. um I've done a couple of them though in this animation. I'm doing a small set though. Yeah, what set is it? um but yeah, like I was saying before, we were we are going to do this, although mine will probably look worse. Don't tell yourself that, bro. I am a slow animator. 75391. Let's see. 75391. Let's see this. Oh shoot, that's the Captain Rex set. I have that set. Yo, that's actually set's really good. Having Captain Rex build a spaceship. Cool. Um yeah, but don't tell yourself that, bro. You got this. Hey, don't forget to make a thumbnail this time because that did pretty well on your last video. And, you know, those stop motion building videos usually do pretty good. So, yeah, keep it up. I wonder how this looks. So you might have noticed while I'm animating, right? Some of these scenes, like the lighting is a little off for a lot of them, right? It doesn't look like exactly the same. Like this one, for example, is like a big one. Like this lighting is so much brighter compared to this lighting. And I am planning to reanimate this scene, but for all the other scenes where the lighting's just a little different, I'm going to be editing that in post-production. Which is all the more reason for you to come back and actually watch the video when it's finished. My thumbnail will probably be different from my normal thumbnail. Yeah, probably good. That's probably a great idea. Yeah, you know, the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, works the same both ways. You know, if it is broke, well, I don't know. I don't know how well your videos did in the past, but if they didn't do as well as you wanted them to, then if it is broke, then it's probably a good idea to fix it. Yeah. That's just one of the many inspirational quotes you get from a Hoodie Studio stream. All right, so when he starts to get electrocuted, I'm thinking he kind of like moves to his side a little bit. Like scared. Scared. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. He's gonna like it's very drastic movement, you know. I personally have never been electrocuted, but Hopefully, I can get a good idea of what I'm working with here. Oh, dude, these minifigures. Only downside when you're animating in a rainy scene, right? Minifigures get so slippery and hard to animate. I knew it was gonna be a risk going into this, and yeah, yeah, no, yeah, no. Um, yeah, let's change that a little bit. Nah, it's a work in progress, guys. It is. It's like this frame is probably gonna be the hardest frame to do in the shot because it's such a huge transition into that small amount from that small amount of movement into like a drastic thing. Yeah, that sticky tack is way too obvious for what you were about to do. Yeah. And, of course the movements were like way too big. Like you got to trans despite the fact that he's getting electrocuted, the movements have to transition into it. You don't want the viewer to be like, "Why is he over here now?" Like, yeah, it's gonna be a work in progress, so bear with me, but I don't know. We're gonna make it work. He's flipping like that. Oh, wait. So do we want to do it like that, or do you want him to transition a little bit more into it? He is kind of like extent, like his back needs to be a little different. Maybe it's a bad idea to flip his legs back around. Show must go on. Ow. I'm very satisfied with how far the stream has gotten. We're only an hour 40 in, and dude, we've had some people join the stream who I never thought like would join the stream. Like, you know, obviously, I'm very grateful to you, Lego Dog, for sticking through this stream and the one that we had. Um, Not the one that I had before this, but the one before that one. Um, but like some of there are some people joining the stream who I did not expect. Hey, bro, I'm still here. What's up, Tushio? I'm glad you're still here. Glad you're sticking around. Um, yeah, I am glad you didn't leave. There's always gonna be yeah, there's always gonna be a good portion of people who you can like. I've had this problem for the last couple of streams, but there's always gonna be a good portion of people who I know are in the stream, but like are just like watching it and don't want to comment, and that could be like for a number of reasons, but yeah, with 4 times subs than me, lol. Yeah, but it's like you know a lot of people who um who I admire, right, and who I would like to join the stream. It might even get to a point where I where like if I get a lot of subscribers, it might even get to a point where I'll be freaking out if people who have less subs than me join the stream because like, you know, a lot of the brick filmers who are my personal favorites don't have too many subscribers. Um I'm almost at 250 subs. This will probably come out. At 250. Good idea. Yeah. You know, people always love a special. I think once I reach a certain number of subscribers, I'm definitely holding a contest because, you know, I always love when other people do contests, and it'd be cool to host one of my own. And also, I've missed out on so many like subscriber special contests in the past. Um and it's something that I would definitely love to do. Whew. All right. Man, it's a hard thing to animate. It's gonna be hard. Man, it's so hard to and of course, since this animation has taken so long, should I add a cake because there's pink bricks in the set? Maybe. I've been stuck at 175 subs for forever after posting 2 videos. Yeah, yeah, it is. I was stuck for a while. I was stuck. I know. Like I'm a relatively small, small channel, but for a while I was really stuck at 18 subscribers, and again, it's just just keep doing it for um keep making don't listen to other people um when they say what's it called, when they say just animate what people want to watch, animate what you want to watch, what you want to look back and say I made this. You don't want to look back and say I made this brain rot animation and it got 2 million views. You don't want to look back at that. For example, that SpongeBob project. If you keep posting videos like that you personally love, then you're going to gain the audience that you want, that loves everything you want to make. I'm going to add it. Only 2? Yeah. Um I get what he's saying because stop motions, dude, it's so long and it takes so long. You should see some people in the brick film community freak out when somebody makes one animation after 2 months. Or actually no, they don't even freak out. They take it as a normal thing because the gaps between animations and stuff, that's why the stop motion community has these moments where it feels like it's dying because everyone's at work at their own stuff at home, and stop motion is so time consuming that having 2 animations out there is a big milestone. I'm gonna guess that by the end of this year I'll have 6 videos that I made. Shorts help a lot with sound. Yeah, but the problem with shorts is that gives you the like if you're really passionate about what you do, whether it's stop motion or mock building or stuff, shorts will only get you. Most of the people who will watch your shorts are people who just scroll and will never take the time to look at the long form videos that you're proud of. And that'll get to a point where you're just well, I have all these views on these shorts and I have all these subscribers, but no one wants to watch all my long form videos, which are the ones that I take the most time on. And that gets you stuck in that bubble where like your audience isn't really what you want it to be, if you know what I mean. Like your shorts audience is only going to be there for the short form stuff and doesn't really care about your long form animations. That's why I'm adding more long form right now. Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. I don't even know. I don't even think I'm ever going to get to a point where I start posting shorts unless I really want to make this into like a job. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be interesting to see what the future holds for Hoodie Studios. All right, I got to figure out this guy's pose. Ooh. Ba ba ballin', ba ba ballin'. He's got to like rotate a little bit more. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough thing to animate. All right, bro. I have to go eat. I'll join back in the stream if it's still on when I'm done. I hope the electricity scene goes good. Yeah. See you later. So glad that you joined the stream. Yeah, the electricity scene, man. It might not even be animated, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I might just need time on my own where I won't get distracted by chat and I can like really, really lock in. Because Mox mainly, I need the parts. Oh wait, shoot, I skipped that. Whoa. I do all types of Lego content. I'm hoping to get monetized so I buy more Lego to make more videos. Yeah, that's a good point. Getting monetized is very easy for shorts creators. Well, more easy than long form creators. I am back. Hello, Owen Productions again. I'm glad you got to join back. Um, we still have not electrocuted this guy, which because a good amount of people have been joining the stream, which is pretty nice. All right, I'm gonna stop chatting for a bit so we can both focus on our stop motions. Yeah, good idea. Good idea. For both ends. Bah. He's gonna get like, dude, this guy. I'm like afraid to make this animation because this kind of drastic movement where he turns into like he like starts getting electrocuted, I'm just like afraid it's gonna end up looking weird. Like it's gonna be too quick and people won't think it's smooth enough. But usually when that happens, I end up making it too smooth and it doesn't even look like he's receiving the impact of getting electrocuted. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. When I stream, I try to focus on animating, but every time somebody chats, it easily distracts me. Yeah, yeah. It's same thing for me, especially because the other streams that I've done, like it hasn't even gotten close to the amount of people who have joined in this stream. Like so while I'm glad that a lot of people have joined, it's very distracting because especially when I'm trying to make this kind of animation, which is so many like intricate parts. It's gonna be hard. I'll be doing another stream soon though once I hit 1K subs. Oh, that reminds me. Um, that's cool. And I'll keep that in mind because, you know, I usually love to put on streams in the background, like any animation stream in the background once I'm animating, and because it's actually like a lot of fun. Um, and it's like doesn't make me sit in silence while animating. But that actually reminds me, you didn't you recently hit 700 subs and you have like a contest, right? Um, I think that's like cool. Like I do want to join that contest. I just don't know if I'll have the time. And even though like your contest does seem pretty loose based on like the deadline and like the fact that there's like no theme and stuff. Um, cool. Yeah. It's like even though there's no deadline or no theme, well, like there is a deadline, but no, not anytime soon. Um, it's like I don't know. I do really want to join it. It's just like these first couple weeks of school are going to be so time consuming, especially because I'm doing soccer and stuff, and soccer takes up like all my time to animate and do other stuff. But yeah, hopefully you get enough people entering to your contest though. I mean, 700 subscribers is a lot of people, so I'm sure you'll have no problem. Yo, what's up, Levi? Yo, I was literally like nonstop talking. Like when people kept joining the stream, bro, like I was like, dude, this is all thanks to Levi because of his shout out. Um, so yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, that's totally understandable. Yeah, aka the dude who directed me to the stream. Yeah. Yeah, thanks so much, Levi. That's actually insane how much what you've done like to bring people to the stream. Like I was planning on streaming before I got the notification that like you mentioned me in one of your posts, and it was like crazy. I received it and I was like, "Oh my god, this is perfect because I'm streaming and people will see the post, come to my channel and realize I'm live, which is like perfect." I'm almost at 300 frames. Yo, keep it up, bro. Keep it up. Um, but yeah, Owen Productions, yeah, you could have put you honestly, like, it wasn't even a terrible like time to make the contest because your deadline is so loose. Like the Superfest contest, for example, was like ridiculous timing, bro. Like I wanted to join it, but 1 week after Brawl is crazy. Hoodie is such an underrated animator though. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, I haven't showed you. This is the Levi. This is the animation so far. Uh Perfecto timing. Yes. Yes, perfect timing. Perfecto timing. I mean, I should know that. All right, but this is the animation so far. Um, yeah. So what we're looking at is a rainy fight scene. Uh, this has been in production for like the entire summer. So okay. So yes, this is it. And then once he like finally gets up, he's gonna get like electrocuted by these generators behind him. You can see like the foreshadowing with the electrical sign in the background. But yeah, that's basically what's gonna go down. I was originally wanting the deadline to be a month from the video, but I'd figured I'd give it some people some extra time. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like, I don't know. It's like, and the fact like that you did no theme also is just so good because it allows people to be so loose and like pretty much make whatever they want. So like if they're not feeling of making like a structured contest entry on top of schoolwork and stuff, like they can just make a random animation and add the sound effects that you like require and put it in as a contest entry. So, yeah, I think you did pretty well with it. Dang, your walk cycles are actually really clean. Thanks so much, bro. Yeah, yeah, somebody actually said that earlier about my walk cycles. I forget who it was, but um definitely highly inspired by Edbound um and his stuff. But, a little bit of tweaks to fit my FPS, which is and a lot of people are surprised when I say this, but I animate at 10 FPS. So, it is it's cool. It's cool to have my own little style, and I really can't find myself animating anything above that. Yeah, I had that sound effect idea for a few months, so I'm glad I finally got to do it. Yeah, I think it's fun. It's very original also, which is cool. I might enter Owen's contest, but bleh, sorry. But it most likely won't be my Spider-Man one. Hmm. Your Spider-Man one? You have Spider-Man? I had no idea. I mean, like, I am I am on what's it called? I'm pretty sure you're on the Bodacious Discord, right? And the I don't know if you're on the Orca Studios Discord, but yeah, that's nice. Um, I didn't know you had a Spider-Man project, but then again, what brick filmer doesn't have a Spider-Man project they're working on, right? Like I know Brixflix actually has one that he's working on that he's been keeping under wraps for a while, and everyone's like, "Come on, post it already." But yeah, Spider-Man brick films usually do pretty well in the community. So, yeah, and it might even be better if you make the Spider-Man one and the contest and enter the contest. That's like infinite content right there for a brick filmer. Yeah, that's fine, Levi. Yes. I was on Bodacious, but not anymore. I'm on Orcas though. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like I saw some of your stuff, like the Silver Surfer one that you posted, and then some other stuff. But yeah, Orca's server is actually like that's like actually like my favorite server to be on because it has like, dude, some of the people in that server are like the best. Like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I love like that paper bags in that server. I love like fives, right? His animations, bro, are like actually insane. Um and then of course you're on the server, which you know, some of the animations you post there are like actually really good. So, yeah. Um it's a really cool they're a really cool server. Orca server is 24/7 chill and full of talented people. Yeah, yeah. Um, and she's just like she's she's such a good animator, and it's so nice that she can stay in touch with the community because I know she's like busy with stuff, like because obviously she's older than a lot of the people on the server, so she has more responsibilities. But it's nice that she's like involved in the community like that, even if she doesn't really post too much on her own channel. But yeah, I love that server, bro. All right. I should probably animate something. This is like actually. No, don't fall. So, yeah. I've been trying to like it's this specific frame. I guess that works. I'm gonna try to, sure. Sure, I'll do that. No, don't fall, please. Okay. So let's add some electricity elements. I'm thinking of like, yeah. Wait, so are you gonna mask the putty in the post? Oh, sorry. In post, or are you just gonna leave it there? So, in some of my earlier streams, which not a lot of people joined, where I was animating this animation, I did mention that I don't really care too much for sticky tack. Um, and that's probably mainly due because like my personal favorite brick filmer is Paper Bag, and he doesn't even care about the sticky tack at all, and his animations are great. So my whole thing, like my whole philosophy is like I don't really care about the sticky tack too much because like I'm hoping people can look past it and just notice like the good animation. But like I don't know. I might mask it just like it's just really hard to do, especially when you're doing that much camera movement like that I have in this animation. And it might just be a pain. So I'm probably not gonna do it. That's true. Yeah. Do you care about rigs? So I actually just recently got a rig for my birthday. Um, and it was like I didn't even ask for it, but like one of my aunt, right? Um, she like knows I do stop motion, and she was like, "Yeah, I actually researched what like equipment people use for stop motion and like listen to this. This is actually a crazy story. So she also got me this sh figure arts Maz Morales, that the one that Paper Bag uses, and she like searched it up, right, and she found Paper Bag's channel without like any prompting from me, and she saw him using a rig, and she got me a rig for my birthday along with the action figure. It was actually crazy because when I got it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is like the perfect gift," because like I would never really think of asking for a rig, but definitely having one would be super helpful for animations. Um but yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Definitely, bro. I was like checking with her. I was like, "Wait, so you actually watched his videos?" Um and yeah, it was so cool. But so yeah, I just recently got a rig. I didn't assemble it yet, but I'm excited to use it, and I might actually make some tests with it. So yeah, it'll be cool. Your aunt is amazing, bro. Yes, bro. She is. Yeah. Um, she's been really involved. She has like my cousin is like pretty young and like gets is getting into like stop motion and stuff. So like kind of like passing down the legacy, like expanding the brick film community, like to other members of my family. And yeah, it was actually crazy. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. Um, so yeah, I'll definitely be animating with the rig, and I'll definitely animate with the action figure. Um, I wish I could show you some pictures of the action figure right now, but I don't really feel like moving my phone because it's in a pretty good shot position right now. Um, yeah, it's actually like crazy though. All right, so all right, that looks good to me. Tried to get my brother into animation. He has a channel and makes some cool stuff, but he isn't really into it. Um, I mean, I definitely check him out on stream if you want. Like if you drop down the his at or something. But yeah, it definitely tests tests patience for a lot of people, and that's usually why people get out of it. Like same thing with my sister. I had her get into it for a little while, but she just oh, excuse me, sorry. She just, like, got out of it, and probably mostly because of the patience aspect, but, I don't know, I just never found it a problem to animate, and I just love, like, animating in general, and that's like, if you have the drive and you love to animate in general, it's gonna, like, overrule the patience element of it. Off the wall animations. I saw that challenge video on your channel, Owen. Yeah, I saw that one too. Dude, that one congratulations also, because that one grew, like, pretty fast. What is it? Off the wall animations. Alright, let's see this. Let's see this. Because low key, I don't really think I'm gonna animate too much for the rest of this stream. Because even though I've been trying to bring myself to do it, it has not been working. So I'm sorry. Sorry if the title of this is clickbait, but this guy will not be maybe not be brutally electrocuted today. All right, so YouTube. I have no control over what happens on my For You page, though. Hopefully, it's something normal because sometimes some random stuff pops up. All right. What is it? At off. All right. Looks like some normal stuff off on the For You page. I just finished back one with 360 frames. That is crazy, bro. 360 frames is actually like insane. Oh yeah, that video skyrocketed. Yes, it did, bro. Is this the one? All right, let's take a look at some of these. Hopefully, this is the one. I don't know. You'll get the official Hoodie Studios channel review. How about that? No, it has a minifigure on a wall. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Wrong one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. 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 Let's filter it to channel. Because if you search up Hoodie Studios, like I'm so used to doing this. Because if you search up Hoodie Studios on, no results. Maybe what if I don't search up the at? Is that gonna work? Oh, is this it? I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh shoot! I only have 2 more subscribers than him. Oh shoot, bro! This actually looks like high quality. What the heck? Huh? 1K views on a stop motion. That's like finding a 4-leaf clover. Oh wait, there it is. Yeah. All right. Let's see this. Oh my god. An ad? Seriously? I'm not supposed to get ads when I'm watching Brick Filmers, bro. Yo, this is good, bro. What? Okay. If your brother ever gets it back into it, I just wish there was a little more recoil. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wish there was a little more recoil, especially in that last one. But yo, other than that, that's actually peak. I mean, does he use so I made the thumbnails. All right. All right. I see you. I see you. I mean, makes sense cuz some of your thumbnails are actually pretty good. Well, not actually. Sorry. They are pretty good. Um but yeah, that's actually pretty good. Does he use like your light setup or like your backdrops or anything? Cuz it looks like it. Cuz this light setup looks pretty familiar. Looks pretty familiar to a certain Owen Productions. Yeah, your lighting is actually like insane. You like actually your lighting video convinced me that I need to get a third light, which is actually crazy that I have been animating with only 2 lights for this long. Yeah, he uses my setup. Mhm, mhm. Um, let's watch one more. One more. Shoot, that's good, bro. He films on his phone because it gives him more. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. I looked away. I looked away because I read the chat, but then I looked over. What was that shot? What was that shot? Hold on. Yo, yo, what was that, bro? I actually animated some of those scenes. Yeah. What, bro? How does this guy? What? Yo, that's actually tough. Um, so the good ones are from me. Yeah. He films with his phone because it gives him more freedom with camera movement. I mean, hey, welcome to the club, Owen Productions brother. Um, after I'm done with my stop motion, can you review it? I'll probably post it right after because I don't want to wait to get 5 subs. LOL. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'll definitely review it. Uh, if I can't review it on stream, I'll definitely check the channel after, and then like the next time I stream, I'll comment on it. I'll like make some commentary, but I'll make sure you're there so that you can hear the commentary. Um, that's funny though for Owen Productions, the scenes. That shot was actually insane. Oh my god, dude. Dude, what? All right, all right. That's actually crazy. Okay, good work. Now I'm not gonna just say Owen Productions, but because your siblings might actually, your siblings might be a little frustrated because you know. So good work, Owen Productions and Owen Productions brother. I'm sure it was a combined effort that both of you did both like the same amount of effort, put the same amount of animation effort into it. Or less. I'll get 5 subs. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Um, you know, you just saw what I did, right? Like the Lego dog, right? I'm giving everyone free promotion, all right? Go sub to the Lego dog, go sub to Owen Productions, go sub to Levi's Clips and Levi's Films. Um, yeah. All right. Dude, how long have 2 hours? 2-hour stream? I mean, granted, we have had a lot of people join. Yeah, shoot. A lot of people have joined today. But and like even though we haven't really animated too much. All right. Let's get this guy electrocuted at least a little bit, all right? I'll probably put an @ for your channel in the description. Aw. Aw, you shouldn't have. Or since you probably will. But yeah. Thanks, bro. I mean, like, you'd be getting more traction than me. All right, I gotta go, man. See ya. Yo, see ya, Levi. Thanks again for the shout out. It's like, and stay tuned because this video is probably gonna be out. This video is probably gonna be out this week. So look forward to it, and keep up the good work with all your animations. All right, see ya. I don't know if he even heard that because he might have left, but yeah. Oh, you know, now I can finally end. I'm not ending stream right now, right this instant, but I'm just saying, like, when I get to the point of ending the stream, I'll be pretty satisfied because a good amount of people have joined, and it's been fun. It's been a fun fun experience, and I'm glad people tuned in and enjoyed the stream. Don't get me wrong, it's still going. Even if it is just for a little bit because I might have to eat dinner soon. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Um Let me see. I want to see if I'm still getting self-promoted. Like cuz I was checking right, like I was one of the first people to comment on the post. Well, I was the first person to comment on the post he made. Yeah. 7 people liked it though. So oh wow. This wait. The smear frames are incredible. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is what I'm looking. I'm glad I made it on. I'm glad you made it on. No, I'm glad you made it on. That's what I meant. Um, yeah. Yeah, this is what I mean. Self-promotion right here. You know what? I'll take it. Levi, bro. You know what? I think it's funny because look, see his hoodie? See his hoodie? He has more of a hoodie than Hoodie Studios himself. Like, um, like when I show my friends my channel, right? They're like, why does your character not have a hoodie sweatshirt on? Why does he have a t-shirt on? Your name's literally Hoodie Studios." And you know what? I have no excuse. Except for the fact that it's summer and who would be wearing a hoodie in summer, right? No. Maybe we'll have like alternate profiles for winter and summer. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, you should put a hoodie on your fig. So I actually did like the first time I made a what's it called? Like I what am I saying? The first time I made a profile picture for Hoodie Studios, um he did have a hoodie on and he had like a white he had a white sweatshirt. Um and I do have that hoodie piece that Levi uses, but when I took the picture of my character and like made the profile that I have now, like the photography is just so good for that picture. And I could probably easily recreate it, but it's just like it's so good. Like and I don't really want to change it, which is why I think it might be better to just do seasonal stuff unless I can make a better profile picture with the hoodie on. Um but yeah, uh it probably would make more sense to change it even though I love the profile picture so much. Yeah, understandable. I sure hope it's understandable and I'm not being a crazy person. All right. So, I'm pretty sure when we watched the IB example for like the IB clips example for him getting electrocuted, I'm pretty sure the generators in his video were also getting electrocuted. So, I think that's the kind of thing we're going to do. Uh, so let's just put some electricity on these generators. I wish I had those like Palpatine electric pieces. Do you think I should change my profile picture? I've been toying around with the idea. Um so I do like your profile picture. I think the lighting's good. I think it's like a signature thing and you know, the lighting really reflects like on your animations, if you know what I mean? Like you could look at that profile picture and be like, "Oh yeah, like that totally looks like it would be an Owen Productions animation." Um, just because it's so, like, colorful and bright. So as long as you keep that lighting, like, it would be cool for a change, if you really want it. Um, but you're the only thing that I would do differently is, like, see how mine is, like, kind of my profile picture is kinda taken at, like, an angle, and yours is, like, straight on in 2D. Unless that's, like, something, like, you really like to do because, I've seen a couple of your animations and, like, a lot of that you do some shots that are, like, straight on like that. Um, so I would either if you want it to be, like, more want it to be more like composed, I guess, in a way, like I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but like if you want it to be more composed, I would do it from dude, these stutters are crazy. I would do it from like kind of an angle. Um, but I also do think your profile picture right now captures what your channel is like pretty well. Yeah, I might experiment with a bit with angles and stuff. Yeah, I'm glad that you use the word experiment because your profile picture still is pretty good. And I do think it reflects on what your channel is like all about. Whew, okay. Um, let's electrocute this guy. This poor soul has been like for 2 hours he's been waiting to meet his his electrocute his like he's literally been put in like the electric chair. I'll probably keep it, thanks. Yeah, good idea. All right, so one thing, I think that he should be suspended in the air a little bit more because if you think of like cartoony stuff, right? Like Lego is a thing that's usually when it's animated in like brick films, it's usually looks cartoony. So, and most like cartoony electrocutions and stuff happen in midair. He's like, "When am I getting electrocuted, bro?" Yeah, he is. I'm definitely keeping him in suspense, and you know, he is. He deserves it. He deserves it. He's waited. He's waited too long. I think that looks fine, right? And then we'll include some camera movement, of course, because it wouldn't be a fight scene without any camera movement, and it wouldn't be a Hoodie Studios fight scene, especially without any camera movement. And it wouldn't be a Hoodie Studios live stream without clickbait. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Just kidding. He is getting electrocuted. See? Oh, yeah. I've never done this kind of thing before, so you guys gotta have to bear with me. Kind of crazy how it took 2 hours for him to actually get electrocuted, but you know what? It's fine. It's a chill. It's been a chill stream, and I've had fun. That's all that really matters, right? It's only because you're feeling alone. That's something I've never tried animating before is electricity. I mean, just think about it. Your next video it's always seemed too complex. Yeah. That's what I always thought. Like you got to worry about switching in and out between the skeleton figure and everything else. But your next video could be 1 minute versus 10 minute versus 1 hour guy getting electrocuted, brutally electrocuted. uh, I'm sure that would do numbers on your channel. LOL, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yes. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that I use the pin, bro. Yo. By the way, if you're wondering, these generators are from the Spider-Verse, not Spider-Verse, the No Way Home set. I just thought like, I love stealing like decorations and stuff from sets. Dude, this piece of sticky tack is just like annoying. All right. I don't feel like he's going up high enough. Yo, is that it? He's just got to raise his arm a little bit, and then I think maybe calm down on the arm raising. I have less than 10 more frames to do. Yo, then you're probably going to be able to post it, and then we can view it on the stream. That's cool. Yeah, go for it. I mean, I'll definitely give it a view after this. I'll tell you what I think. Epic. Yeah. All right. So I think that's it. And then for the first frame, and then let's just spray the set. All right. We spray the set, and then last step, camera movement. Oh wait, shoot. This guy got bumped. Dude. It's only because you're feeling alone. Because when I see you cry, it makes me smile. It makes me smile. Because I won't be back for a while. Oh, shoot. Yo, that was actually fire. What? What, bro? Oh, shoot. Yo, this might actually work, guys. This might actually work. Captain Rex had to use the Force. Hey, I mean, whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. He channeled his inner Force techniques just so that you could avoid having to do a walk cycle. I mean, like, props to Captain Rex, bro. Yo, this is so tough, bro. It's so good. Shoot, bro. The camera movement is everything. All right. So I'm thinking we replace this electric thing with a stud, because it would look like it's like growing or stuff, and it's looked like the electricity is kind of moving, if you know what I mean. I feel like I don't know. I have a vision. You'll see it. You'll see. You'll see. How do I download it again? What, are you using Stop Motion Studio? Um, just do like the upload button. The if you're using Stop Motion Studio, just oh shoot, just like click on it. Right there should be like a dot dot dot, and then just say export movie, and then it should export to your. And then what happens, right, is like once you export it, right, it'll say like there'll be an option that says save to camera, well, save video, and then it'll save it to your camera roll. The free version. Oh shoot. I don't know. I don't know, bro. Uh, Probably worth a Google. It's only because you're feeling alone. And when I see you cry, it makes me smile. It makes me smile. Because I'll be back for a while. Yo, that song, um, I just have like the urge to animate my sig fig dancing to that, because if I could be doing if I could be doing something right now, it would be dancing to that song. I'm just kidding. If I could be doing something right now, it'd be chatting to lovely viewers. Okay. So I had to double check that. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, there's some good animations out there to that song though. So never say never. Might be a potential Hoodie Studios video in the future. Not me dancing to it. Okay. Not allowed to have a face reveal yet. Well, you guys aren't allowed to have a face reveal yet. Okay, so I know we barely got to see the guy get electrocuted, but RTW Films, oh my god, I'm so sorry, bro. But I know we barely got to see him get electrocuted, but it has been 2 hours and it's dinner time, so I'm gonna have to go. So thank you so much to everyone who joined. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, RTW Films. I'm so sorry. But I have to go. It's dinner time, and I need to eat. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Also, RTW Films. Before I go, I saw you. Um, what's it called? I saw you chat on Levi's post, complimenting my smear frames, and I would like to thank you for that. So thanks for the compliment. Um, Bye guys. I'm so sorry, but he will get electrocuted. Okay? He will be electrocuted. I promise. Pinky promise, okay? And what's it called? The Lego dog. I will see your video, just not on stream. So, goodbye. Thank you all for joining, and this turnout for the stream has actually been lots of fun and not like anything I've done before. So, yeah, without further ado, goodbye. Are you going to live tomorrow? Probably not. I don't know. We're going to have to see, but I will make a post on my channel if I do. Okay, for real this time. Goodbye. See ya.